away from the motivational segment, we're going straight into discussing social media and family life. Of course, we all know that virtually everybody's life revolves around social media in today's existence. Especially where you have young ones, they're called the millennials. You can't take social media away from them.
No, you can't
and
at all.
We all have we've seen it play out like almost every day, both the positive and the negative side of being on social media. So today we have with us in the studios someone I've always respected from afar. Yes, she's been an inspiration over the years. She is a huge inspiration to me. I have to say that again. I mean, she's been on radio, different radio stations. She's been on television as well, a respected media practitioner amongst other things. Ife Oyengule Anderson. Good morning, Ife.
Good morning.
Great to have you here.
I'm so delighted, at least to see you.
Same here.
We work together in Lagos,
Yes.
we live together in Lagos, we just see from afar.
From afar.
Yeah. But I'm so happy that
Today
we're
is the
meeting
day
today.
the Lord has made.
And we rejoice
Yes,
and
I'm
be glad
glad
in
in
it.
it. Good morning, Ify. Welcome to the
Morning.
Also, we have a real estate expert. He's also an inspirational speaker and a coach in his very own right, Mr. Mustafa Ewinla. Good morning,
Morning,
Mr. Ewinla.
morning,
Thank you for
Peter.
joining us.
Morning.
show. Good morning, Mustafa.
Okay.
Thanks for
Morning.
joining
It's
us.
a pleasure to be here once again.
All right,
Okay.
fine. We are going to just dive right into
Right
it.
in.
Yes, social media and family life. Ify, let me start with you. You know, in your opinion, would you say this social media, with all of its wonderful things that it has brought, would you say that's actually helped in molding or marrying family in its entirety?
As she said when she opened the show, and as I've always said in different places where I've spoken about social media is supposed to be a blessing to us. It is supposed to come with all the positives. And of course, it has come with the positives. Relationships have been, you know, cemented, let me put it that way, on the social media. Families have somehow been brought together, even though some will not agree with me, because you find that we get close to people who stay far away because we're always on the social media talking with them. Then the ones we have amongst and within us there,
Yes.
we're so far off from them because everyone is
on the phone.
It's on the phone. At a burial of an uncle of mine, my mother had to scream out because everybody was seated, holed up somewhere, clicking and, you know, and she was
chatting
wondering,
away.
what are you people pressing on the phone? So that's what I'm trying to say. The positives are quite huge, but the negatives, those are the things that we really need to talk to ourselves about. Because when you look at it, there is no way you want to say, let's restrict the madness that's happening on the social media. It is either you shut everybody off. I heard there's a state in Nigeria where the governor has said, look, everyone has to stay
Off the social
off
media.
Facebook. That's in the ministry. The governor is saying you have to all stay off Facebook. And you wonder how that is going to be.
All right, Mr. Ewinla, let's bring you into the conversation. Do you also share the opinion, you know, that social media has been both helpful and not so helpful, especially where the family is concerned?
Yes, thank you very much. Honestly, for me, social media could be a blessing, and it could also be a curse. It all depends on, it all lies to the public to decide what you want to use it for. Now, I'll tell you one thing quickly. My marriage was, when I met my wife, I can tell you we reunited on Facebook before we got married. So for me, if I right now, I tell people everything that can be used positively can also be used negatively. But it's just that right now in Nigeria, we abuse social media a lot. A lot of cyber stalking, cyber bullying, a lot of scams going on social media, addiction. Some people are so addicted to social media that in fact it affects their normal lives. And these things apparently, when it was invented, it was invented for a genuine reason, for a pure reason. But now you see that most of the issues we have now, a lot of fake news circulating online, a lot of issues. Now, let me quickly tell you a few of the points I feel that social media has really helped us to.
Okay.
You know, one, the feedback channel on social media is crazy. It's high. It's huge because it has served as a huge platform for people to get, give feedbacks for goods, commodities, products, all kinds of, all kinds of cases, all kinds of issues are being treated on social media. Another thing that is key, one of the few things that social media has really done is it promotes business. Right now, any business in Nigeria now, if you're not on social media, in little or no time, you're out of business. So social media, for me, has lots of advantages than disadvantages. So it's just some few people around the corner who has decided to use it for flimsy reasons, or rather for creepy reasons, which affect them negatively.
Okay.
So I've talked about it promotes business. You can use social media to create awareness. It has done that a lot. People are doing it. People are still doing it. I was reading something last night. Right now, social media is one of the most powerful tools anybody can use in the world for anything. It's most powerful than any governor, any president.
You can send any information across.
And it goes around the world within minutes.
In minutes.
Within minutes. One of the key things social media has done for us, which is very important, is that you can reunite with your lost friends. People I do that a lot. If I have anybody I've not seen in a while, I go to Facebook anywhere, I type their name. In fact, within minutes we are chatting. In fact, you can imagine a live right now without social media. In fact, there'll be serious issue right now because
sometimes you wonder how we ever lived.
Yes.
How we ever
you wonder how we have been living before social media was invented.
No, but there, of course, we had to live until social media came.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you right now, if anything happens to social media right now, it's going to be hard for people to adapt again.
But then having said that, let's talk about, where social media has actually replaced, the place of contact, the place of emotions, which is responsible for why a lot of people are depressed today, because nobody really cares on the physical level. You know what I mean? Like, people might not even see you for years, as long as they can talk to you on the phone or get connected on all of those other platforms and all of that. Is that a good thing? The fact that, our humanity is gradually being eroded because we're all we're hooked on social media.
I'm sure it's because of some of the things that we see that happens on the social media. You find that a lot of people live fake lives on the social media. That's the truth.
Instagram.
Exactly. All they need to do is make up their faces, take beautiful pictures, post it on the social media, and people are liking. You won't believe that people are crazy about how many likes they get when you talk about photos.
They get excited.
I just wonder.
It's even amazing when you post pictures of burial and people are liking.
And people are taking selfies there and saying burial things.
Yeah, some crazy dude
wonder.
took a selfie with the cops the other day. But I'm happy a lot of people actually hit on him, like, because that's like an extreme. Like with the cops, he took a selfie with the cops.
It just doesn't make any sense. Then let's also bring to the fore the fact that some people who are very inexperienced. You're just going right there on the road, there's an accident, or even the jungle justice thing. What you do is bring out your phone, you're taking pictures, you're recording, and the next thing, you're posting it. A young lady said to me on Facebook, she said, look, because I was talking about this idea of looking for a photograph of someone while the person was alive, then you bring the mangled body of this person, you munch it, and you put it on the social media. That lady said to me, that's how I found out that my mother had died.
Wow.
She didn't know. It was an accident. And she just saw the photograph all over the place.
Whoa.
You can imagine that. So I don't know if I'll be wrong to say that emotions have been thrown out the window.
Yes.
Disappeared. People don't care anymore. They're waiting for bad things to happen so that they can take the pictures, post it. They want to be the first to break the stories. It just doesn't work like that. People still have feelings. They are watching from home. The young man who jumped into the lagoon, you can imagine all the things that were said about him. They went to steal someone else's photograph and started forwarding and sharing. And that was the man who jumped into the lagoon. It took me to call the man or send a message to him on Facebook, and I said, are you the same person? Because he had been writing things to say, it's not me, I'm not the one who jumped into the lagoon. I had to munch that chat I had with him, put it up on the social media, and some people started to forward it to say, this is not the real person. So much crazy
You've
things.
also had like a personal experience recently.
You don't want to listen to my experience. It is crazy. You know, I woke up 3 weeks ago, a beautiful Saturday morning. I'd had a very hectic week, slept, woke up this Saturday morning as I just stretched and I put on my phone. All the messages started, you know, just coming into my phone. It's not my birthday. That's the only time such a thing happens. And the last time that happened was when I went to Aba to look for a young man who was suffering or battling cancer. So I took a photograph with him, handed to him what one NGO sent him from from Canada. So we took that picture and it went viral. People had to reach out to him because his number was there. So it wasn't something like that. One audio just came into my phone. Wow. And I saw my picture. I asked myself, what's my business with this audio? Why is my picture attached to this audio? The next thing I listened to the audio, I found that there was a woman who was speaking with an accent, and she was talking about her interaction with some woman on Facebook. Some demonic things were happening between them, fetish practices happening between them. And she said this woman is a demon, don't get close to her, never have anything to do with her and all that. And she described that this woman had beads on her neck, and she had beads on her hands. These were beads that my husband bought for me as a reverse man. And I wore it and took pictures of my birthday. I released those pictures in May. And all of a sudden, someone goes to my page, steals my photograph,
that picture,
attach it to that audio, and it forwarded
and it went viral.
Everywhere.
I got calls from all over. Belarus, Australia, Austria, Finland, Japan. People were calling me. Some were classmates, as he said, people you've not seen for years. They just searched me out on the social media, went to my Facebook page, because I have a number that everybody has. You know, that number is there just in case people need to reach me. People were calling me, even those I didn't know. And it was amazing, the things I got. Some people had to munch the discussion in a lot of groups. When I read those things, I said, wow. Is this how you can just sit and judge somebody you don't know? But there were human angels. That's what I hope I like to say.
Is that how you can even sit and then your reputation is
just
bastardized?
Yeah, that's the place of security and privacy.
I said to a couple of people, I said, what if I was just the ordinary girl on the street? Nobody knows you. Your picture is just going round. People will not even tell you because nobody seems to recognize that you're there. You know, it just went round. And you won't believe it. Groups where you had pastors, groups where you had priests. I'm Catholic, for crying out loud. Groups where you had women, church groups. And these women were all going bashing and saying all sorts. It took some of them to call me to say, woman, this is what's going on. What are you going to do? Of course, I issued a disclaimer. I did a video that's also going round. But it's gone bad. People need to be careful the things you share about people. You can destroy someone's life with the push of a button. Always ask questions. That's the truth.
Be sure.
Okay.
Be sure.
Okay, so Mustafa now, so let's say you just had them if he's experienced that. So what happens now? How do we go about protecting ourselves as in the case of security and privacy? Because sometimes you just put your pictures online for just for the best of intentions, and another person just takes it up and the whole thing goes all right. You know, how do you begin to protect yourself when it comes to social media?
Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, the thing is, as much as possible, as much as social media is very useful, one of the ways I think one could measure against people using your pictures for fraud and all, just like recently, I think I got about 10 or 15 Facebook friend requests from Funke Akindele. I know she's not the one. I know she's not the one.
Obviously not.
Like, but I saw a picture on all the friend requests. I was like, this is that's a pure piece of impersonation. A pure case. So the thing is, one of the biggest issues social media has is that there's minimal ways of rules and militating against the rules and regulations of social media. So there's minimal thing the inventor, for example, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg can do. So if you're chatting on anybody on social media, one of the things you can do is to be extra careful with those you chat with. Try and study who you're chatting with. If you
and
see
how
that
far you go with them.
Sometimes 2 weeks ago, I got a friend request from a governor of a state in Lagos, in Nigeria.
Wow.
He said,
you're so popular.
I'm telling you, how can this governor be so jobless or be so high-do, be sending me a friend request? I accepted it. The next minute I saw, thank you very much for accepting my friend request. I said, this governor don't get work. I was like, I'm so honored. The next thing I saw, if you want to win this, a governor of the state. I said,
just complete.
I was playing along, really. I was playing along. At the end of the day, he said, for you to get that, you have won a plasma TV, you have won this, you have won that. For you to win this, a governor of the state, I missed all the issues happening in the states. It's so high do. I said, no problem. I played along. I wanted to see how everything would end out. At the end of the day, they said, you have won this. For you to win this, call this number. I called the number. I said I should send money to.
Yeah.
I knew.
Okay, it's one of those. I've had an experience like that.
So one of those. So
yeah.
we just need to
my case was an iPhone 7. It was an iPhone 7, and I was supposed to, pay for the delivery.
I try as much as I can not to chat with. I don't chat.
It's crazy what goes on there.
You don't know
if I don't know you, I don't. Even when you hit me up on chat, you may have to come to a discussion we're having to say, okay, I sent you a message, and I will look out for you.
Exactly.
That's the truth. I will go and check your profile.
And
if you don't have photographs, you don't have a profile photo, I wouldn't even argue. And some go to steal people's pictures and now set up another account. It's crazy. What's happening on the social media is something we really
let's
need
bring
to
it
look out
home
for.
a bit, because we're looking at social media and family life. So, but let's look at how it actually hinders or how it can be harmful, especially to people contained within, a family. For instance, our children that are growing, they are being introduced to social media, and we've had cases where a lot of them, have been hurt or harmed, because they actually connected with someone on social media, because some of them can be so naive. Then second of all, we're in an age where a husband beats the wife and the wife goes on social media and then they settle and you don't hear anything again. No shade to anybody, I'm just talking.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Like, how do you draw the limit really on what you can put on social media, especially where your marriage is concerned, where your children, we are all into the habit of my child is today's our birthday or something, I want to celebrate her, I put her on social media. People steal those kind of pictures. They have access to your children's photos, and where do you draw the line?
Patience. Really? I would like for us to look at it from different angles. You find that we're different human beings. What I like may be different from what you like. Because I have a friend who, when she was pregnant, her belly was all over the place on the social media. I'm pregnant.
Maternity
this,
shoots.
that, and you found that she had a husband at some point holding on to her from the back. So that's to say, the man sanctions it. But I know of some other persons who will say, my wife dare not do a thing like that. I will show her the way out of the house. So many men are like that. Don't bring my personal life on the social media. Some want you to put it out there on the social media. I've also had to call up a friend to say, why do you have your daughter's photograph on Facebook with her school uniform, the badge and everything? You have the address of where this child is schooling. How do you do a thing like that? What if you get to school tomorrow and that child has been picked up from school? What are you going to say? So I'll just say that it has to do with personal preference. What do you want to do? As I say to people, anywhere you find me on the social media, it's about my work. My work defines me. And I said to my husband, look, I am not for all the show me off and all of that. You may not see anything about my family on the social media. That's not who I am. My family is my family. My personal life is my personal life, and it will remain exactly where it is. Even those who you find, having squabbles with their partners, then when something crazy happens, you now take all the pictures and you post it on the social media. Hey, you have no idea. People are sitting in their homes and they're laughing at you. They're jeering at you. They're saying nasty things about you. You're only good to people when they see you face to face. Behind you, you're being judged. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to learn. Find out what works for you. What works for A may be different from what works for B. So it's about finding a balance.
And know how to draw the line.
What you want to do.
Then if you, again, as a corollary to what Patience asked, how do you balance this now, to monitor the activities of your children, especially those who are actually young adults and those who are not really mature enough? Do you befriend them on Facebook, or how do you monitor your activities on the social media?
It depends. I know of some parents who say, look, you've got to reach some age of, attain some age of reasoning and maturity before you can get on the social media. I have a friend who also has her son. The son is about 17 or so. He's on the social media, but she actually manages that page. As she talked about you know, the children who are of this age, it is not easy to keep up with them.
It's not.
These children have codes, and the way they talk, at this level, we may not even understand what a lot of them are saying. So it's about guardians. You need to guard them. You need to guide them in what it is that they are doing. If I ask the question now, who should be talking to our children about sex? They see so much on the social media. How do you sit a child? My daughter is 8. She watches television. She asks questions. When she sees people kissing, she's just, you know, cringing and all of that. But I say to her, adults do these things. You get to a stage when you're able to do this thing freely. So we must find a way to talk to our children. You can't keep them off social media. It is not possible. And some hawks are there on the social media waiting for, not even just the girl child, the boy child, the girl child. Things are, there's so much for them to take in and so much waiting to even consume them right there on the social media. It's about finding a balance.
Okay. All right, Mustafa. Let's talk about this recent talk to actually censor, you know, what goes on social media. Although it's still about politics, you know, about our leaders and all that, hate speeches and all of that. Do you think that they should maybe broaden the scope to you know, cover other aspects as well, so that people can use the social media wisely
and freely too?
Well, really, for me, my take on the issue of hate speech, for, you know, for people to be very careful on what they say on social media, I have a strong reservation on that, because I was speaking to somebody yesterday. I said, I mean, this is not going to work. You know why? People have conveyed meaningful messages on social media that has helped the government, that has helped those at the decision-making table positively. So when you now begin to stylishly shut them up, it might not really do well with us, because not everybody will get a chance to meet a governor face to face. Not everybody will get a chance to meet the president face to face. Not everybody will. But that has served as the only avenue we have to air our views and challenge our, you know, like a feedback channel to air our views, such that at the end of the day it gets to the appropriate, you know, table, and at the end of the day a decision that is meaningful will be taken, which will benefit everybody across the board. So at this point, I just feel that yes, really and truly, people have overused and abused social media at some point. Yes, no doubt. Somebody who is so innocent, people send them messages and you feel like, I didn't. Innocent people send them messages accusing them of what they didn't do. People will just be on social media and be looking for marriages to scatter for no reason. For no reason. That's why actually, like she has said, you just need to know. You just need to know what works for you.
And also, some husbands have been caught unexpectedly from social media. Did you?
I was watching a video yesterday.
Did you see the case of the man that escorted a female colleague to the salon to get a pedicure? And the lady innocently, you know, was trying to show her toes. You know, she took a picture of her toes to say, she got fantastic. You didn't see that one. She got fantastic pedicure done. But unfortunately, the man was sitting close to her.
So
she raised up her picture. You know, so the picture caught the laps, the trousers
of the man,
and part of the shirt of the man. And the wife saw the picture and recognized the husband's trousers. And of course, all hell was let loose.
So much deceit, so much
going on.
So much. So at the end of the day, we just need to be very careful of the things we say on social media. But whether we like it or not, I must tell you, those things are being monitored somehow.
Yes.
Somehow that they are being monitored. So by the time you say stuff that will implicate you, at the end of the day, when you get to the point of defending yourself, you might not really.
You might not even have the opportunity to defend yourself.
You don't have the time.
Because
we've had celebrities that have faced issues. Look at the case of this guy Eddie McCurry recently for something he said on social media. At the end of the day, he was going to court. He was being picked up by DSS and all that. At the end, he was left. But you don't want to go through all that mess.
There was a young woman who, I'm sure they took her face and munched on a nude picture and they were forwarding it all over the place, and that's her. Of course, she knows she's not the person.
But how
would
many
you come
people
to
would you tell?
would you come
explain
to
to
open your body to say this is who I
my
am?
own body.
This is my own
Compare
body.
it to that body.
Compare it to what you've seen. You can't.
Crazy.
So
What goes on there?
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. So for us to actually conclude
up.
on this discussion, you know, social media also has brought a lot of good things, a lot of blessings. We cannot shy away from that. So what would be your advice, you know, to everyone who is on social media, how we can use it more purposefully, you know, and for it to be more beneficial to the human race?
As I've said, it's about knowing what you want, why you want what you want, how you're going to get what you want,
Yes.
and what you're going to do with what you want when you get it.
Okay.
It's simple. Know who you are, know what you want, and know how to go about it. It is not everything that is happening to you that you bring on the social media. I've gotten people call me for job offers because they found me right there on the social media. Everyone knows me, my life, I breathe, sleep, eat, wake, broadcasting.
Yeah.
So when they need things like that, let's go and look for this person. They just go to check me out. And that's it. So what do you stand for? Who are you?
Yeah.
You need to answer those questions and it will help you go a long way. So you've got to be there to push yourself. It depends on what you want in life. And I say to people, what I want may be different from what you want. I don't judge people, but be able to project yourself, put yourself forward so that people who look for you will find you.
So Mustafa, what would it be for you as a parting word on this?
Okay, so for me, social media can either be a blessing or a curse. It is left for you, the public, to decide, and the public is you, myself, patient, everybody, to decide how you want to use it for yourself, either positively or negatively.
All right, it's been interesting. And of course, you know, a lot of people use social media for recreational purposes, which is good.
Yes.
Some videos really have given me my life. You know?
Exactly. Even some,
Entertainment.
even
The comedy is something.
Yes.
Comedy is something.
Yeah, all the memes that we get to see every day.
Like, seriously, some days I'm down and I just see a video or I just see a silly
It will
tweet
lighten
and,
up
you know,
your day,
I just
exactly.
laugh it all off and I'm like, wow. You know, so it
I
could be
sit and I
good.
watch. Even the ones who tie gaily, you know, you sit down, you're watching to
Yes.
see how this is
it's
done. I'm always
Yes.
so impressed and amazed when I see a man tying gele. So I just go there, check it out, check out guys who tie gele, and I'm watching those videos.
Yeah.
So much can be
So
learned
it's
on the
about
social
using
media.
it, you know,
Purposefully.
purposefully. There must be a purpose for you using social media. Plus, if you must put your family out there, know the limits. Know how you put your family on social media.
Some
If
people like
possible,
publicity.
don't,
Some
you know.
like publicity
Yeah,
so
if
much.
possible,
However they can
don't.
find it.
Yes.
Especially where children are concerned, you have to be
involved.
really careful. Yeah, my daughter was 15. Recently, I had to just
saw the
wish I
post on
had people-
Facebook.
I had to use her worst picture, and that was deliberate.
Patience, have you observed that?
I used the worst
But have
picture I
you
could
observed
find,
that
yeah.
some women dress their daughters scantily and they put them up there on Facebook,
yeah,
on
you don't do
Facebook.
that. I had to look for a picture that looks very ordinary. It was deliberate, yes, because a 15-year-old, of course, you know.
She's grown.
She's grown, and you have to be very careful what you do. Thank you so much, Mustafa Iwinla.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for
Thank
coming
you,
on the show.
Ife.
Thank you, Ife.
Thank
It's been great having you
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that's been our show for today. It's been very interesting discussing our social media and, of course, family life. I hope you've been able to grab one or two things on the show this morning. Let's do it again tomorrow. We'll be discussing entertainment.
And
My
of
name
course,
is
tomorrow is
Justin.
Salah.
Salah.
And just to mention again, tomorrow is 1st September, is No Music Day. And we'll be talking about that
Yes, on the show tomorrow. All right, let's do it tomorrow. My name is Justin Akadonye.